What up, everybody? It's TERZO. I can't do this shit no more. What up, everybody? It's TERZO. We're here with an update video from Once Customs. I got my co-host to my right, Rob, aka Anomaly. Co-host to my left.
I don't know what my name is, but I have a channel on YouTube called something. I Am Toys.
I Am Toys. And I got the man that's working with the other man in the background scenes because he's too afraid to come in the front.
Yo, what's going on?
Alright, Paul Manzi.
Hey, listen, whoever wants to see me, come to my fucking house, alright?
That was for you, Josh.
Right. Hey, can I give him the address?
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Alright guys, so this is the update video. We're going to have Once Customs on the phone as well. We're going to have David Tucker on the phone. So we're just here specifically talking about updates on the Once Customs run. And like I said, David Tucker runs. I'm going to have Paul Manzi take the floor. Take the floor, Paul.
Alright guys, so basically in this video we're gonna, like Dan said, we're gonna get one on the phone, we're gonna get David on the phone, and we're just gonna, run through the list over here, of what is owed, of what the schedule is looking like, and, the things that are currently in progress here. Obviously what you see on the table, most of that is, old commissions, stuff like that. Those are not run pieces. This is basically just, cleaning up the orders, like we've been wanting to do for probably either all of December or all of January was the goal, but obviously December was, the holidays, and, some other hiccups happened along the way here. So, like before I go any further here, I want to get one on the phone, want to get David on the phone, just so, everybody can hear it on the same page, just in case they have anything to chime in with. So we're going to get them on the line right now, and then we're going to resume here in a second.
And I'm going to ask questions that I would think you guys would want to ask them and all that. But
yeah,
they've been doing a lot of commissions. They've had commissions owed for the past year or so. So, like you said, December was kind of a catch-up month. So these are all commissions that he's catching up on. You've seen Paul doing that. One's has been working on commissions as well that he's been doing catch-up on. Plus, we know that the Part 8s are owed, the Part 9s, the Part 4s. So we're going to get into those. We're going to show progress pictures. Like I said, we're going to have Once Customs on here. And also I do want to mention that Paul had COVID and it was really bad, so it took him out of commission for 3 weeks. We tried to get him to fucking listen and get better, but he wouldn't listen. He was a stubborn guy.
Yeah, those were phone calls.
I got tiger blood. That's it.
On phone calls.
But, so, like I said, these are all commissions that have been owed. They're keeping their word and all that. And now we're going to get the man himself on the phone.
Alright, what's up?
Alright.
So again guys, we're right here. We're going to be doing a little update video for you guys that have been waiting patiently, wanted to know what's going on. And we got, like I said, we got everybody on the phone. We got my boy Paul from...
Yup, Distress Labs. What's going on, guys, as usual?
So Paul, what's good?
Alright, so we're basically going to go down the list over here, and like I said, fucking David's on the line, one is on the line, just so everybody, knows what's going on, in case anybody has, something to interject. So, as Dan touched upon earlier, December, fucking one actually had COVID in December, on top of all the holiday stuff, of course, and then on, I think it was December 26th, I ended up getting COVID for close to a month. Fucking Dan and Rob were always checking up on me. Chris over here fucking tried to help me out as well. Fucking David, Joe, fucking JMD, all you guys. I appreciate all you guys checking checking in on me and stuff like that. I had it pretty bad. I literally couldn't do anything for about fucking a month. Finally starting to get off the ground here, but unfortunately. In December and January is when we wanted to clean up some of the private commissions and stuff like that. So the past month and a half has pretty much been a scratch between the holidays, one getting sick, me getting sick, and everything else. So on to other things right now. So the Manhattans, I think we have probably 6 or so, something like that, to ship out still. The figures are done, the dioramas are done. I think one is just touching up like some small accessories, right, one?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, so he's putting the final touches on some small accessories here. So the Manhattans will be shipping out soon, guys. We apologize about the delay, and we have we've been pretty quiet about it, but this is why we've been quiet. So the people who have been waiting on the last batch of these figures, we're going to give everybody a $200 credit towards whatever next run that you decide to hop on. So all those people in that last batch that are waiting on a Manhattan, you know, we apologize. It's definitely going on a little bit past the expected time frame, and that is 100% our fault. Realistically, me and One should have probably said publicly that the time frame was probably going to be a year, but then in private, me and One should have probably, you know, aimed for about 6 months, maybe 8 months, you know, stuff like that. So on the future runs, we're probably going to give you guys an overestimate, so that way, you know, if we do come through a few months early, people are, you know, unexpecting it, and you know, they're happy because they don't have to, you know, wait as long. But, you know, obviously the Freddy was our first run, but the Jace Takes Manhattan was a lot more complex. It came with a lot more. It was a lot bigger. I honestly consider the Manhattan the first run, as I think One does as well. So, you know, there obviously was some bumps. Last year we did a lot of pre-orders. We shipped the Freddys, we shipped the Manhattans, some of them. However, this year we're not going to be taking too many pre-orders until a bunch of them are cleaned up here. And also, there's going to be a lot of stuff shipping, and there's going to be a lot of stuff overlapping. So just, you know, be ready with payments. And that's another thing I want to touch on. We have not reached out for payments because those projects that we have not reached out for the payments on are not actively close to being shipped and finished. So until we start getting really close to shipping them, we are not going to reach out for payments. If you have not heard from me, that is why. We do not want to take any payments from you until we are close to shipping the stuff. If you want to send payments sooner, obviously you guys know you can message me. I'll mark it down for you to make sure everything's situated, just so you're not, you know, overlapping the runs, because there are going to be a lot of things that are shipping, hopefully within the first 6 months of this year. Also, another thing I wanted to touch on is going forward, we are probably going to have figures and runs that are ready to sell in batches. So they're not going to be pre-orders. We're just going to post them as ready to go, ready to ship, and that's how they're going to be. There's just so much stuff to touch on right now. I'm kind of drawing a blank in my head, so I'll let One take over if One has anything to interject over here for a second while I catch my thoughts again for a second here.
Do you want me to ask a few questions?
No problem, man. Thank you. Yeah, you know, obviously we're probably a little overly ambitious on time frames. And yeah, I do consider the Part 8 as our first official run, as that was all new, you know what I mean? The chest of souls, some of that dates back a couple years as far as the head sculpt. So that was just a cool little, me and Paul kind of tackled that one together. He had something great to offer with his dials. But anyway, yeah, we might have been a little overly ambitious, but, you know, as we continue, you know, we're starting to get our groove a lot better. Things are being tackled as we speak, and yes, we will be overlapping because, you know, it's harder to just, you don't want to focus all on one thing. If you got several things going out, you're gonna tag team each thing, and then both me and Paul are finally getting to that point where, okay, now we got our movements calculated properly. So things are going to be definitely a lot smoother this year. And like he said, you know, we've slowed down on pre-orders. We don't want to go too crazy with that. We definitely want to do things correct and make sure we get that bulk of the other items that are currently, you know, up for grabs or whatever, or you guys are waiting on done. But doesn't mean that we are not, you know, planning a lot of cool things. Like Paul said, we're going to be putting out runs that are pretty much our small batches that are ready, different ones, you know, and at a better price as well. Mm-hmm. And, you know what I mean? Because we understand that, you know, prices are for everybody, man. I mean, we try to make sure everything is, you know, definitely more than worth the price you guys are paying. Lots of accessories, quality work, you know what I mean? but that doesn't mean that the smaller batches won't have all that. It will have a lot of it, but you know, I mean, a little bit more affordable.
Yeah. So like one said, we actually have two small batches that are, you know, being worked on, you know, like behind the scenes on our days off, I guess you could say, that are going to be very, very cheap, but the work is going to be very good as well. But the cost is going to be kept down because the outfit for the figure is kind of basic, so obviously, you know, there's not much work in the tailoring department. And the diorama is going to kind of, you know, be up there as well, but it's not going to be anything crazy. So that's why we're going to keep the prices down.
And I think that kind of goes off with, we can like jump into another point, like obviously I know people have been saying, oh, I've seen ones like make all these figures, but I want people to understand, like me and Paul have talked about, you know, this is a job for ones and all that, and David. So like Paul was saying, Monday through Friday, they're able to do 9 to 5. So on their off time, this is what they love doing, is making figures. Now obviously the figures that were shown were figures that had been already started months and months and months before even the Part 8s, and he puts them on the side. Now obviously
in some cases years.
Yeah, he just has them laying around, like stuff like that.
I have lots of incomplete stuff.
So
especially the one-off.
So the thing is, I think it kind of throws people off, like, why is there more of these being made than we see the runs and all that? But people got to understand, you got to keep kind of the runs a little bit unison. Yes, they obviously didn't deliver on the wait times, but it's not an exact science. They just started their venture. They now have this new venture where they know what they did that wasn't correct, and they're going to try and fix it.
And dude, honestly, to interject for a minute, you know, yes, we did not deliver on the delivery time. But realistically, Dan, like how many different artist runs are you on? On average, most of these runs are about 1.5 years. Some of them go even 2 years. Some of them go even 3 years.
I've seen a run go for 4 years before. Trust me.
Yes, and as of right now, the Manhattan run just hit 1 year, and we owe a few more.
So here's my question: when do you think you could give maybe like when this Manhattan will be delivered, since there was already a delivery time? I know the whole new runs will be kind of in batches, ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
I'm hoping by the end or towards the end of February we'll have the rest of the Manhattan shipped. I will let one, you know, interject as well with his thoughts.
I'm just asking questions that pretty much anybody would ask, so we can just get it out the way, so there's not going to be any crazy messages after. So I'm just going to ask you the real legit questions.
Sure.
So,
yeah, no, he's correct. Yeah, end of February. I would love that, especially because, you know, it's a shorter month. It's not like anything has to be started. Everything on Paul's end as well. It's all there. It's just making sure, again, everything has to be done at once. You know, I don't like to work on two and work on another two, and they tend to not, you know, match properly. You know, they all have to be, you know, what's the word? Like you said,
reasonably
the same.
Like everything is made on an assembly line, so that way everything is uniform.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, like step by step. This is how it works, honestly, on my end. It's like, okay, if I'm working on, say, 10 figures at the same time, you know, you work as far as you can on one, and then you start the second, you start the third, you start the fourth, so they all match up. And it takes longer, it feels like, but once you're done, they're all done at the same time, because you did each step at a time.
Yeah.
And so it feels like it's going on, but then again, they're all done. They all look the same, and they're all done at once.
Yes.
And so when you break your time up on top of that, working on other stuff, and then you come back, you know what I mean? So it does stretch it out a lot longer than we had liked. And, you know, not to make it an excuse, because it's not an excuse, but yeah, the holidays kind of crept up on you, and try to keep up with other people's orders and whatever, but we definitely, I feel like we got it going on right now, and we finally found our niche and how to move.
So then let's move on to the next thing, because we're going to hit every run just to explain. The Part 9s, how's the proto coming, the actual proto? Is it almost...
Yeah, hey, listen, I love it. It's my favorite Jason so far, next to the New Blood. I love it. I'll make sure I send you some whip picks at least, but the final pick, I'm kind of saving the final pick. and we're doing like I think I want to say 2 or 3 protos, Paul. I'm not sure how many you want.
Yeah,
3 protos in the works.
Yeah, something along that.
If I end up keeping one for now or whatever, you know. But
as far as the what was the other run that was announced?
The Part 4.
The Part 4 Jasons. How are we moving along with that? Is it in the clothing stage?
So let me just interject about the Part 4s quick. So
I've already had those. I actually have a new hockey mask, an updated hockey mask for that as well.
All right,
oh,
perfect.
nice.
All right, so we have an updated hockey mask. We have the bodies. And what did you want to say, Paul?
So our schedule for the Part 4s, I think we have 9 of the standard sets and 11 of the DX sets. So we're gonna try to get the standard sets out the door first, which brings me to the subject I was gonna touch on earlier before I fucking lost my train of thought. So that's how we're probably gonna do some of the runs here. Take the Jason Goes to Hell and the Jason 4 for example. The Jason 4 has the deluxe set, has the standard set. So we're probably going to ship out the standard set of the Jason 4s first, because obviously there's less stuff included. The diorama is not as complex, so those are a lot quicker for us to get out the door, get them into people's hands, get some product shipped. After that, we are not going to tackle the deluxe set. We're going to tackle some of the Jason Goes to Hells. And we're going to ship out the Jason Goes to Hells in batches as well. So we're probably going to do half of what we owe for the Jason Goes to Hells, and then we will hop back on the Jason 4s and get those deluxe sets cranked out. And then in between those 2 runs that we're going to be working on, we're also going to be working on the Halloween 2 set, which we did 5 sets with Tanella's coveralls.
Which he already has all the coveralls ready at the house.
Yes, correct. We'll see if we can get a picture in there.
You have everything for that. You have the heads done and all that. So that proto should come out as well.
Yep.
Like Paul said, they're not collecting any money on the runs that are not in movement. So it's just you guys. It's kind of like Sideshow. You have a locked-in spot.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's all it is. And then you guys have the choice to sell your spot. You know?
Yeah.
But what else did I want to say? As far as the Ghastly Grinner, I know that's something that started because the proto when it was announced, some people are fully paid up for that.
Yeah,
Ghastly Grinner is going to be something after that. So pretty much the year 2022 is going to be a lot of catch up, but you're going to see a few other things, but they will not be sold until they're done.
Surprises. Hobo as well.
The Hobo, yes, I know everybody's excited for the Hobo, and you guys got to remember, me, Rob, Chris, Paul, we're all on these runs too, and we pay in full, you know, we pay all the time, and so we're waiting as well, waiting to see, so some of these questions are for us too, you know, so like the Hobo's coming, we know that, the Part 7 is coming, but that's probably going to be towards the end of the year, you have to assume one?
Sure, if we can. I'm always trying to, if we could do things sooner, I'd like to do things sooner. But yes, like Paul said, you know, we're going to be overestimating, you know, but that's just going to help make it better because I really want to shoot for sooner. But, because I'm excited, I've been working on those as well, so, you know, but to be safe, yeah, we'll say the end of the year, but hopefully before that because we're still early in the year, you know?
Yeah, so the Ghastly Grinner.
A lot of these, honestly, I feel like a lot of these figures as you know, interesting as they might be, they're not super crazy like I would say a Hobo. You know what I mean? So I do need that time.
Yeah.
But or even a New Blood for that matter. So, you know, we'll be able to get through these other ones and get to that hopefully soon. I hope so. I feel like we can.
Perfect. One second.
Up, man. I'm fired up. I'm ready. So, and I know Paul is.
All right,
definitely, man.
1 second. Sorry, I just had to restart my camera. So back to what we were saying. I had to restart my camera, guys. So
so the other thing I wanted to touch on right there, which you know, with the delivery stuff like that. So, guys, I do not know, you know, how many people, you know, look at my profile on Instagram, how many people look at my stories on Instagram, whatever, you know. But I have posted on there. If you need an update. And this is not for runs. If you need an update on a private commission or a head sculpt, whatever, you can message me on the 5th of the month or the 25th of the month. I will not respond on any other days. Me and one just have way too much work to be sitting there every day or every other day you know, like essentially going back and forth. We know what we owe people. I promise you guys, we have everything written down. We know what we owe people. We are one person. That is the problem, you know. We are trying to bang out everything. As you guys can see over here, all of these old commissions, nobody has any money, you know, that they are giving me for these commissions on the table right here. These are all old owed commissions that we're banging out, you know, which is what we're going to be doing about the runs as well.
So one thing I want to say as well, I do see where people, you know, because these figures are so much money, their artwork people are super passionate about. I understand people want to inquire, but, you know, if you inquire 1 month, not much is going to change a week later, or 2 weeks later, or a month.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, you got to remember, it's 2 people trying to bang stuff out, and where David, it's 2 to 3 people on his end because he has Paul with the die. So it's all these things where you got to be patient, because I know David has been working on a shit ton of commissions doing catch-up as well, and he's been delivering those for people. So even David, you know, it's all about, you got to give the artists time to do their thing, and I know you guys have been patient giving us time, but like kind of Paul and I have been talking, you know, take the Pennywise Hot Toys. That was announced. It was delayed by 2 years, right, Paul?
It was probably at least 2 or 3.
Three. All right. Everybody, you see people complaining and all that, but I understand. But now that everybody got it, they're more than happy because it was worth the wait. There could be some things that were fixed and all that, but it's kind of the same thing. And they have thousands of people doing these things, you know. Obviously, we have 2 to 3 people in this camp, you know, so it's like they got to time manage. You got to understand, these people have kids. These people have wives. They got families. David has a full-time job. So it's like, you guys got to understand, it's just not at the beck and call all the time.
Dude,
once you don't own the people. You know what I'm saying?
People can see my Instagram stories, which I try to post regularly. I promise you guys, I work fucking 10 hours a day usually, sometimes even fucking more. I post a lot of fucking shit.
I think the main thing that kind of is scaring people is maybe not the work in progress pics, maybe from one's end and all that, but that's why we do these videos, because I don't think you've ever seen any other artists have to do like these videos, especially artists that have made runs that are 3 years.
No, and
that take 3 years. They just say it's coming, or this and that. Just be patient. But at least we're trying to be very transparent.
Yeah,
we're not trying to throw any smoke up your butt. We're putting up work in progress pictures as we go along of the Part 9.
Yes.
Of the Warlock coveralls. At least you guys can see the coveralls. Some head sculpts where the Part 8 Jasons are at. It's not like we're just saying it. We're showing proof in this video as we're going along. One is going to be sending me the photos. Yeah. So, and as far as David, he's been, I know because I talk to David all the time, he's been hustling his butt. He's trying to do a few things. So
yeah,
it's everybody's slammed right now doing catch up. But I think this year, like you guys see, you're going to see them try to get a lot of things out.
Yes, there's going to be a lot of overlapping shipping. So just, you know.
And like they said, they're going to
be ready.
If anything new is announced, it's going to be done in a batch, ready to sell. All right, you want another one? Wait for the next batch.
Yeah. Another thing we want to touch on here is updates regarding the runs. So, as specified earlier, the 5th and the 25th is when you can message me for private commission updates, whether it be head sculpts, full figures, commissions from me, commissions from one if you have them, that's fine, you know, just message me. However, if it is, excuse me, if it is an update regarding the runs, those will only be posted publicly in the private exclusive group that we have, the Ones Customs, you know, X Distress Labs, X Ceecreations. We'll post any and all updates that we have regarding the runs in that group. We will not be giving individual private updates at all, guys.
All the updates, if you come and ask for an update, it's going to be the same answer as the update that was posted publicly, essentially.
Yes.
And unless there's a private matter that's unique, you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I definitely say, you know, Ones sometimes doesn't post stuff lately because he's either working.
Yeah, I don't post really at all. I don't really like to too much. But,
I think for the people, just post once in a while for the people.
Yeah, but that's because we're always working, right? You know, it's because we're always working.
Try to be more active. I sold a bunch of old stuff, and I talked to a lot of people, and I could tell they really want me to be a little more active, but I'll say this. I don't have a life, guys. I really don't. Of course, I have my family and my kids. I try to...
We want you to be more sexually active.
But I'm not out here. I don't do anything but this. I love figures. I love sculpting, painting. I live to do that.
I'm the same way, man.
I'm always doing.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. You know, I go to sleep, I wake up, go to work, go to sleep. That's it.
So I actually want to talk to David for a little bit because, you know, he's been on the phone. But so David, as well, like I was speaking earlier, I don't want to speak for you, but I know you've been working on commissions, doing a lot of catch up, and you're just trying to bang everything out for the customers. And David's more than communicative. Like if you message David, he's there. Don't be afraid to message Dave. He's one of those guys that...
Yeah, Dave's always gotten back.
Dave's like, he's a fucking angel. Right, Dave?
Something like that.
There you go. So, what are you doing on your end? You're just playing a lot of catch up?
Yeah, just the same as always. Just there's always something going on. You know, I've got heads with ones. I've got heads with you. I've got heads with Legio, and well, I'm always working on something. And I know the biggest issue that we're all having right now is the wait time. And I've got a lot of people complaining about having to wait, and it's not personal. It's not that I don't want to work on it. I try to do everything that I can in the order that I get it. And I've had guys that have been waiting over a year, so I'm going to take care of them first. It doesn't matter. I don't. That's just the only way that I do it, you know. And if I've got stuff going on with Leachy, I'm going to take care of that. If I got stuff going on at once, I'm going to take care of that. And you know, I'm always around. People always message me. And, you know, I'm never not available. So if somebody has a question or they have a problem, they can ask me. I'm not hiding. I'm not running. I'm not, you know, I am gonna pop a figure out here and there to make some extra cash on the side. Sure, why not? Sometimes we have a little dead time and we work on other side projects, and we got passion projects too. There's things that we want to work on. You know, something that we haven't done or want to try something different. You know, it's like, hey, you know, come up with this set, make something, let's do a concept Leatherface. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'm down for that. And I'll work on it. I'll still get people's orders done as quickly as I can. But, you know, there are times that we want to work on other things too. And nobody's getting left out. I'm not leaving anybody out. I'm not burning anybody. I'm not taking anybody's money and running. You know,
no, dude, everybody's
here. All of us are a phone call away. It's like people question me, and then I'll message Paul, or I'll message Ones, or they'll message me. I mean, we're all always pretty much
everybody's money is always safe. All of us are here. All of us have been here for over 10 years in this hobby. I promise you guys, you don't have anything to worry about. Even if a project takes 6 years, we promise you will get what you pay for and then some. I actually just got done shipping 2 or 3 people some extra stuff that I worked on, which hopefully they post it, you know. But I gave them the extra stuff because I knew I made them wait a little too long, and I wanted to, you know, let them know that I fucked up. Here you go, and here's the extra for you.
Right, and I know Once Customs does that all the time too, as well. He'll throw like an extra.
Actually, I'm the same way too. Same way. Added a couple things, whether it's knives, an extra head sculpt. I try my best. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and really, as far as David, you know, he'll throw like extra detail work or anything, or throw whatever extra he can.
Yeah.
And you know, he's always bound, like, you know, if his stuff is ready, like he does the clothing, he's got to wait for the heads, or he's got to wait Legio for the run. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of one of those things where like everybody's bound by each other.
Yeah.
You know, and let me say this, and not to, you know, put my woman on blast. She's been tailoring for me for years, and sometimes it's the process of how far, you know, she can get. You know, and she's the one that takes care of the household. She homeschools my daughter as well. Not to make excuses. This is what it actually is, you know.
Right.
And sometimes I have to get on her, you know, and
you can't do that. You're gonna be in the fucking doghouse. You can't do that.
And I have been. So, but again, she's been sewing more than she ever has, so she's getting even more and more efficient with it as well. So, I think this year was the most she's done. Or the past year, I mean, you know, ever. And
dude, I love the tailoring. I love the tailoring on that piece that you sent that we're about to do a review on. I love it.
Oh yeah, thank you. She did wonderful, man, and she's doing things that she hasn't done, like the grinner, man. Like that.
Yes.
Dude, she has never done anything like that, and she had a lot of fun, and she's just getting better and better, man. And that just makes us all move better.
Yeah.
Whenever we improve with what we do.
So now I want to ask. I want to ask if Rob has any questions as well.
All right, Rob, you got any questions?
I don't have that much time. I go to work at 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't get off till 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
3 o'clock, I got to go and start picking up kids. So I don't really start working on figures until 4 o'clock, and then I work till 7, 8 o'clock, and that's it every day. And then the weekends I'm off, so the weekends is when I can go full force. So I'm looking at 3 or 4 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday is when I can really go, you know, hot and heavy.
18 hours on Saturday, 18 hours on Sunday.
And you know, exactly. And again, not to toot our own horn, I think a lot of people don't understand. Yes, things are behind, but there are also so many things that aren't. There are so many things that, like, we work miracles sometimes. We make things happen, you know.
We make babies, miniature babies. You make miniature babies. That's the miracle.
Pretty much, you know. I know Dave. Like,
they ugly as fuck because they're murderers, but they're miniature babies.
That's it, man.
But you know, David is working hours. He comes home, he fits the time, and he has to be with his family.
Yeah.
Same here, you know, and of course, you know, Paul, and we make things happen, and still try to get our own passion in, like the passion projects that we like to do at the same time. So. It's coming together, you know. It's a machine. It's getting well oiled. You know what I mean? Let us prove it to you this year. All
right, guys. I'm gonna see if Rob has any questions for you guys over here. So I'm gonna let Rob shoot real quick here.
My bad. What's going on, Mr. One's Customs? My man.
Rob, what's up, brother?
Not too much, brother. Not too much, man. Long time no hear, man. So, just a few questions for myself, and again, questions that I feel that people would want to know. Me and the posse, me and the crew, we always sometimes debate on what projects you do are actually like the more complex. Like, for instance, like the Part 8, you know, was you guys' first official run. I view that the same way as well. Pretty complex piece, a lot of accessories. So, with the Jason Goes to Hell, that strikes me as another complex project. So I wanted to ask you a question. How do you view that particular project? Because obviously you guys are doing, I believe, 20 to 30 of those. How is that project in terms of its complexity, and how is that playing into that particular piece getting into people's hands? And do you see that piece getting into people's hands this year?
That's a good question. I'm glad you asked that one. Okay, so to me, that one is in between the New Blood and a Part 8. Now, what makes it a little more difficult as far as the figure itself is, it's a full body. You know, there's flesh showing. You know, there's his spinal cord.
Right.
You see, you know, parts of his everywhere, his arms, his legs. Now, but it's not at the same time. It's not as complex as the New Blood, which reveals everything almost, a lot more.
Right.
But they're still fully sculpted. I'm not just showing. It's not really just the pieces that are showing. It's all, you know, I try to be uniform with it and just have everything, you know, fully done if I can underneath the outfit. But with that, the outfit is a little simpler. It's not as shredded as the New Blood. So, you know, that's going to balance that out. Also, we're going to have not as many accessories as, say, the Part 8 had.
Right.
The Part 8 had quite a few accessories and all this other stuff going on, and more wrinkles and in the outfit. This one doesn't have that, but the coloring and the flesh and everything balances out like that.
And it's getting,
you know, although I have like the hands that are on the dio. Well, I don't know if I'm revealing too much, but you know,
yeah, it's also good. Yeah,
hands are turning out the. I'm helping with the dio a little bit.
Yes.
So that helps balance everything out. So it's between the Part 8 and the Part 7, but it takes and it gives. You know, I mean, it balances out.
Yeah, so like one said,
crazy to say a full New Blood.
Yeah, one is sculpting all of the hands that are going to be coming out of the ground in the diorama, which hopefully we will have the picture to insert over there. I've seen them; they are finished. The hands look fucking beautiful. They're big. One has also finished the spine, the brand new head sculpt, the brand new mask. All of those pictures, hopefully one can dig up, or he can take some new ones. Yeah, and we'll insert over there for you guys to see. Also, the Freddy versus Jason run, the Freddy versus Jason. So we're working on that. As mentioned, the base is going to be like an interlocking fucking cabin base, kind of sideshow, NECA style. Also, guys, so we know that one's been going on for a little while. We're going to give you guys that are on that run a discount as well. If you guys want the Freddy when that time comes, we'll give you guys a discount on the Freddy for the people who have been waiting, people who have been on this run. Also, we want to show some more, but we're not sure if we're going to have the pictures to show in this picture. I'm still finishing up the dio. I think we're still, you know, kind of ironing out the, you know, set in stone formula for the whole figure. So maybe we'll have some pictures, maybe we won't. But please expect those updates on the Freddy vs. Jason relatively soon here as well. But like I said, guys, there's going to be a lot of projects overlapping, shipping at the same time, which we hope to happen within the first 6 months of this year. It's going to be a very heavy shipping run this year, or shipping year, you know? So we're not going to take as many pre-orders. There aren't going to be as many projects, but there are going to be a lot of things that are going out the door.
More going out.
Yes, there's going to be a lot of things going out the door in people's hands. They are going to be in batches pretty much for the most part, and then we are going to throw up some things here and there, you know, some dioramas, some figures, some DX packages, whatever, you know. I'm working on some projects with Dan, working on projects with Dave, you know, and all of Dan's crew. One is working on some projects with me and Dan as well, which you know, that's very.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. So that's
we'll talk about that a little later.
So that project is very early on, but it will.
We literally just spoke about it 2 minutes ago.
yeah. But
I'm already excited.
Then don't worry, we'll make this shit happen real easily.
I know.
But yeah, guys, there's a lot of good stuff in the works this year, a lot of teasers, and a lot of stuff being in people's hands this year.
So another question that I have for you ones, and thank you for answering that question. So can't wait to definitely see that proto. And I guess this last question I actually have a ton of questions, but I'm gonna keep it case of the video, just keep it down a little bit. But this is actually
a 2-hour video.
Exactly.
No, we're seriously at 55 minutes.
This question is for actually Paul, Ones, and Dave. Ones, you can start first, and Paul, then Dave can finish. So basically, you guys kind of already hopped on this a little bit, but how do you guys balance between work time and playtime? Or what I mean playtime, playtime meaning like making
our projects,
you know, passion projects, other things that you just want to do, you know, for your sake and for your time, to get away from the actual work. How do you balance that? Because I know that must be very difficult, especially when you have a lot of things and you know, like pending and stuff.
All right. Well, okay. This probably will sound unbelievable, but I wake up.
Don't start it off like that.
Well, I'm saying not for certain reasons, but just I work on the stuff all day from pretty much morning till I'd say around, honestly, like 12, 1 o'clock. But I don't go to bed at 12, 1 o'clock. From that point on, I'll get into some sculpting. I'll get into some painting. On weekends, you know, if there's certain times during the weekends, or if I have to say, if I have to go to my parents' house that day, you can pretty much, I'm probably not going to do too much work, but even then I still do. But when I come home, I'll take that time to work on something I want to work on. You know what I mean? This is like a full-time job, but I still think we work beyond just an 8-10-hour day. Like, there's 12-hour days. There's times where I've talked to Paul, and I'm going to bed at, like, a certain time. He's up working. I wake up, and I hit him up, and he's still working. He didn't go to bed. Our hours are different, but he's straight on it, you know? And I'm sure it's like that with David. He works as much as he can, you know? But that's how I do it, you know? I pretty much, every spare moment I can, I'm going to work on what I want to work on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So me personally, and I've had this conversation with One before, had this conversation with Dave before. You know, like we said earlier in the video, people work a 9-to-5 job, usually Monday through Friday, and most people usually have 2 days off, right? So I Unless I'm deathly fucking sick, I do not take days off.
Which you were when you had COVID.
Yeah, dude.
I thought you were dying. I almost came here and fucking brought you myself.
Yes,
Chris knows, Rob knows.
Yeah, I had 104-degree fever, guys, bouncing from 102, 104 for like 3 days straight. It was really fucking bad. But anyways, you know, I work every damn day. I'm up there every day. Might not post every day, but that's just because I'm working on boring shit, like fucking cutting the stuff out, sanding the shit, priming the shit, whatever. And obviously nobody wants to see that, so I don't post it.
I want to see that.
So I look at it as, if I'm working 7 days straight, then I've accrued 2 days off of free time. So if I want, to take 2 days straight to, you know, work on something that I want to do, or something that I want to, you know, do to sell, or whatever it may be, that is how I handle, you know, working and balancing stuff like that. For the most part, it's probably like 80 or 90% the things, you know, that I should be working on, and probably 10 or 20% of things that I want to work on. But Dave, go ahead. I'll let you answer it now.
For me, it's, you know, I only get, 6 weeks vacation time where I work. So when I take a vacation from work, I'm here working on figures. I'm like ones. I love it. It's my job is my job. I don't love my job. It's an all right job. It's easy. I go in early. I get out early, and it pays really good. I have good insurance, and you got to have that for kids, for family, and all that bullshit. But my love is making figures. I love sewing. I love making the figures. I love that people want to buy it, display it in their house. And that's all badass. So when I'm off of work, I'm here working, and it doesn't feel like I'm working. I don't even really would call it working. I'm doing what I want to do, so I enjoy it. Now, as far as like I said earlier with the passion project, I stop sometimes and take a little time and work on that, and it doesn't interfere with orders. Like I said, I keep everything in order as it goes, and I try to get everybody's stuff out as fast as I possibly can and still have the same amount of quality. But when it comes to something that we want to do for fun, like, hey, let's do this, this is going to be awesome, then I do it. I'll work on it, and then I'll jump back on another project. I'll come back and work on this and jump back on another project.
Yep.
You know, you just got to find the balance. And I've gotten burned out. I have, because several years ago when I was doing this, I was only selling maybe one figure a month, and I was charging $200-300. And then one came to me and said, "Look, let's do something together. You know, I'll make the heads, you do the rest, and do small runs. All right, let's do it." And I got over flooded. I got bombarded, and I got scared, and it was too much, and it stressed me out. Yeah. And I asked him, I'm like, what's going on? I feel like I'm burning out. And he's like, sometimes you just got to back away for a little bit, you know, take a break. It'll get done eventually. Just, you can't get it all done at one time. And you know, it's been good advice. So we're just doing it day by day. We're doing it as fast as we can, but not fast where you're going to be losing out on the quality that, you know, you're going to expect. I mean, you're going to get the same quality, and you're going to get it as pretty much as fast as we possibly can. So you just got to understand that we're not trying to we're not taking our time or skipping your order to work on something else. It's never been like that.
Yes, and we're not.
Never been.
Yes,
never been like that. Exactly.
And we are not giving people rushed product. I never rush anything, which is probably why it fucking takes so long.
Well, I do gotta say though, like, you gotta look at it in this perspective. Obviously, one's David and Paul care about their customers. Obviously, it's their lifeline. So for them to do this video even shows that they care. A lot of artists just don't even, sometimes even want to do this. They'll just be like, yeah, it's coming. So at least they take accountability. Like, you know, Paul, we were talking, he's apologetic of the situation that's taken a while. It's frustrating for everybody, but it's a different kind of monster. You can't, there's certain things that just doesn't happen. Look at Hot Toys. There's delays all the time. Pre-COVID too. Pre-COVID, mind you. Pre-COVID.
I promise you guys will be happy with everything you receive. Rob has a piece, right? Rob has a Manhattan. Dan has a Manhattan. Chris has a Manhattan. They can all tell you how they feel about it, you know?
It's going to be worth the wait.
Yeah, definitely worth the wait.
And for the first half that got the Manhattans, I've seen them all like it. I haven't seen one negative.
Everybody's happy.
So to the people that are still waiting, you're owed it. You know it's owed. We know it's owed. We know that it's late. We're gonna get it to you. So the people
we're
that are on
gonna
the
give
other
a
runs.
$200 discount.
So the other people on the other runs, they're not asking for any money. So until they start the production or it's near finished, and they'll reach out to you. So do not worry. And to the people that have been waiting, $200 discount for whatever's next. Up to you. I don't know, but at least this is accountability.
So so guys, ones, and this is directed towards ones, Paul and Dave, to wrap up this update video for everybody, and we're glad that we'll be able to do this for you guys.
Absolutely.
Ones, do you have any final words for your fan base and your customers?
Sure. I just want to say once again, you know, I love what I do, and just to break it down for people to understand is who might not is when you take the process of sculpting it, casting it, painting it, tailoring it, you know, building the diodes. Some of this stuff I'll do all by myself as well. Not often anymore because I got awesome people to work with, which just helps make things go by quicker. But when you take and break that down for everybody who's waiting, understand, you know, like, why wouldn't you want this? That's the business we're in, is creating some great pieces of, you know, and that requires, unfortunately, time, a lot of time.
Right. I know that.
It's all for the greater good. It's all for to give you quality work, you know. And I'm still learning every day. I'm still trying to improve every day, and we all are. And so just keep that in mind, you know. I know that we're not just kicking back playing video games or whatever. People, you know.
I thought you were playing Call of Duty all day, man.
No, that's me, man. That's me. That's me. Yeah, that's me, man.
No, we do what we love, and that's all we love to do, and other than, you know, regular life stuff. But just know that I put my heart in this stuff, guys, and I love you all for the support, and I really appreciate all of you guys as well. Paul, David, Rob,
of course,
Daniel, everybody out there, you know, supports us, man, who understands. So just thank you to everybody.
Same here, brother, and looking forward to big things in 2022.
All right, Dave, you got any
guys?
You got any final words, Dave?
One last thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
One last thing. I got my boys, who I fucking love, like my man, you know, like my dudes waiting forever. So, you know that if I got my guys waiting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I need that fucking headless horseman. Let's go. I need my Christopher Walken. I'm Christopher Walken.
You know what ones? You know what ones? You always come through. You know, everyone knows, you know, I'm a big horror guy. I collect a lot of your shit. You know, Paul, you know, Dan, Chris, we all love your shit, and you always come through. So even for me, we wait, but you always come through. So it's good. It's all good, man. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing this video. And Dave, do you have any? You're welcome, man. No doubt, brother. And Dave, any last words for your customers and your fan base, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again, this is really history in the making. I mean, you've got a lot of people that are working together. It's something that I know Ones has been looking forward to for a long time. There's a lot of hot heads out there, and there's a lot of guys that want to do their own thing, and they don't want to work with anybody else. And this guy has gotten a hold of me, and he's gotten a hold of Paul, and he's gotten a hold of other guys, and we're dropping big things, and it's like branched out. I mean, where you've got, you want a full figure from Ones, no problem. You want this, you want to be a part of this run where you get a diorama from Paul and the clothes from TERRELL, no problem. You want a little bit less price of a figure with One's head sculpt, no problem. It's there, it's available. This hasn't been something that you could do less than 3 or 4 years ago. If you wanted a hobo, there was only one person you could get a hobo for. I mean, you can find some on eBay, but you ain't going to be happy with it, you know what I mean? So this is good shit going on right now, and, you know, we're busting our asses to try to bring the best stuff that we can as fast as we can, but the name of the game is always going to be patience.
No doubt, David. Thank you, buddy.
All right, so you want to close it out, Paul?
No, I just want to thank everybody for the patience, guys, and you know, check my Instagram for updates on the story. Check Dave's Instagram. Check One's Instagram. You know, once every 6 months he'll be signing on there from One, right? One.
I guess.
There's
a delay time in California. I don't know.
One fell asleep over there, but hey, guys, you know, once again, I just want to thank everybody that reached out to me.
I'm sorry, it was on mute. It was on mute.
Oh my God.
I was going to say, I was eating something, sorry. I'll say this. I apologize. I lost my train of thought. Damn it, I had a point.
No, it's all good, man. I honestly just want to thank everybody who reached out to me when I was sick. I didn't want to let too many people know how bad it was, you know, just obviously, I don't really like to throw my business out there, but, you know, once again, fucking, you know, thanks to everybody that's over here, Dan, Rob, Chris, Dave, one fucking.
I almost beat that ass that you didn't go to the ER.
I know, man.
Trust me, I had to call ones and be like, hey, fucking get this fucking idiot to go to the ER.
but fucking, you know.
You know what?
Shout out.
Dying, bro.
Dude, I was gonna kill your partner.
I know,
if COVID wasn't, I would have.
I had to bring Paul the magic potion.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody who reached out. Fucking Joe, appreciate you, man. Fucking Stiff Richards over there, and everybody else.
Alright, guys.
You know, that's funny too, because before Paul, I was sick, and
yes,
I thought I was really sick until I heard Paul, and I was like, oh wait, never mind, I'm just a little bit. Paul was dying.
It's like 106-degree temperature. I'll be okay with that.
He's like, I gotta go back to the sweatshop and make figures. Well, everybody, we want to say thank you, and hopefully this update video found you guys in good graces. Sorry, I'm over here because I'm holding the microphone to give you guys a good product. I don't want to block nobody's thunder, but apparently, fuck it. It's on the channel. It's all about channel. It's all about me. So, guys, thank you, and until next time, I've been your host, Daniel TERZO. My co-host to my left,
Rob Anomaly.
There you go, and Paul Manzi, Once Customs, David Tucker, thank you. Until next time, stay safe, Conquer Hero Collection.
Shit your pants.
And shit your pants.